Okay, what about physically? Do you have the same type over
You have to be taller.
Taller?
Really?
Yeah, I mean, they have to be 5'7", 5'8".
Okay.
I'm 5'4".
5'4" is tiny. I'm so sorry.
Fine.
You're 5'4". Oh my god.
Oh my God. The reaction. It's tiny.
It is tiny.
It is tiny. And that's a fact.
It's okay.
Yeah. It's totally okay.
Yeah. I think it's very cute.
It's cute as
Yes.
Thank you.
What are we doing here, B? Here we go with yet another podcast. It's the grift that just keeps on giving. This time around, we're with adult entertainer Mia Malkova and some random Aussie chick I've never heard of. Her name's Gabby Epstein. And their first guest for episode number 1 was who else but podcast veteran Bobby Lee. Now, this setup isn't as random as you guys might think because the main producer on this podcast is Carlos, who also produces for Bobby and Andy's podcast called Bad Friends. So I think it's possible that Bobby and Andy might even be bankrolling this new podcast, but I'd just be guessing. I mean, it's not like Mia and Gabby don't have their own money, right? And so far, the new Out of Bed podcast seems to be a bit of a hit. With basically no subscribers, they've managed to crack 100,000 views in the first 24 hours, due in most part to the drawcard of having Bobby Lee as their guest. Now, if you needed any evidence of this, just scroll through the comment section. You'll find nothing but love here for Bobby, and plenty of shade for Gabby, but I'll get to that in a moment. Because if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, become a channel regular. We're over 110,000 strong and we're still growing by the day. And I'll admit up front, as much as I think Bobby can be two-faced at times, I definitely rate him as a podcaster, and even more so as a podcast guest. So with his signature creepy style, he laid it on thick, and the best part was, half the time, it just went over their heads.
I love you though.
I just met you.
I know, but still, there's something about you that I just love. It's like, I've never...
God, you sound like every man now. Like,
No, not...
I'm the same way. Like, it just makes life easier. I like to be pampered.
I love you so much.
Yeah, I like Delta One.
Yeah.
So I went to England last year.
But I want to say that you both are very pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah, and in a different life, you know what I mean? Maybe there was some things happening, but and just be completely honest with me, do you see us hanging out again?
not a chance in hell.
See, that's better.
Okay.
So I can go through the pain now. So you're right.
So an Aussie Instagram girl living in LA thinks that Bobby Lee, a little Asian boy with a podcast, is typical LA. Right. Yeah, I don't think I like her. But the thing I love most about these types of podcasts with brain-dead baddies trying to monetize their incel audience is how they so openly and unknowingly share their red flags. Let's start with Mia Malkova. They were discussing their dating preferences and how they go about first dates and just their general approach to relationships, and that's where we get red flag number 1.
See, I'm very non-confrontational, so I'll be like, "Oh yeah, great! Like, yeah, we can hang out next week," and I just won't ever respond to your text message. Yeah.
You ghost them.
Yes.
Wow.
It's very obvious if I'm interested because I don't play any games when I am. Like, I'm very upfront. Like, I won't play. Like, I'll respond right away. But it's very obvious when I'm not.
Whoa, okay, let me just try to understand this for a moment. She doesn't like playing games, she's non-confrontational and makes her intentions clear, but if she doesn't like you, she'll tell you she's excited to hang out, and then she'll ghost you. Yep, that makes sense. That's some mad baddie logic right there. Oh, and by the way, if you're new here, I just like saying the word baddie. Anyway, let's see what else she had to say.
I've always been a first date person.
You f***ed on the first date?
Yeah. I mean, if I'm interested, it's going to happen on the first date. Then.
Wow.
I'm impatient.
Oh,
Yes.
do you pursue it?
I pursue it, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Always pursued?
I've always pursued, yeah. I make it very obvious I want to have...
Like, give me the signs. What's the obvious signs?
I'll just look over with flirty eyes, and
Oh,
then
so
I'll go in for the kiss, and I'll start undressing.
Okay. We're on a date. Right?
Do you want to come back and meet my puppies?
That's such a good sign.
They're so cute. You're gonna love them.
Yeah. So you say, come over and meet the puppies. Do you have puppies?
Yes, I do.
All right. So
So funny if you didn't have puppies.
I've actually I haven't had that many one-night stands. Yeah, but I have had a lot of partners, but that's because of my work. Outside of it, no, I haven't.
How does he feel about your work?
Oh, he doesn't care, but I also haven't done anything with other men since I've been in the relationship.
But will you?
No.
Oh, okay. Was that something that he said?
No, it was actually me. I'm very much I have a tunnel vision, so when I like somebody, like I lose interest in everybody else.
Interesting. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the thing. I actually really like Mia Malkova. She's got a great voice for podcasting and she seems heaps chill and easygoing. But if you've seen her body of work, I mean, the girl's done everything. So it makes it real hard for me to get behind her, you know? Geez, tough crowd. Anyway, how did I just bomb with no audience? But let's get serious for a moment. Girls like this are just walking contradictions. And the best part is when they realize that they don't actually have anything to offer because they've been so ran through. See, now she's just a shadow of her former self. Let me explain what I mean. Bobby was explaining that even though he's 52 years old, he's still active and ready to go when it comes to the bedroom, even though he can only commit to going once a day. But Mia is 20 years younger than Bobby, and, well, she just doesn't seem to have the same passion for the bedroom that Bobby does.
It does change, though, because I forget how old I am. I think I'm 31. 31. It's so different, my drive compared to my early 20s.
It's more now, no?
No, it's way less. Like, I was a maniac in my early 20s, and now, like, I really don't care that much.
Maybe you did too much of it.
Yeah, I'm very jaded.
Yeah. Because they say women in their 30s is their peak.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, in their mid-30s is their peak. So it's like, yeah.
No, nothing gets me going. Like, I'm not
Really?
perverted.
Really?
Nothing. Yeah, I feel like I've tried it all, like on camera. So like at this point, I'm just like, I like what I like, and it's pretty basic. So I'm just gonna stick to that.
Yeah.
That would be such a deal breaker for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, wow. All right. So when your friend turns to you and says that it's a deal breaker, yeah, you know you've got a problem. And like she said, she's only 31 years old. Imagine being so ran through at such a young age that nothing gets you going anymore. Honestly, I find this stuff so wild, and it's because her whole identity is her looks, right? No one's tuning into her Twitch live streams to watch her gaming. They want to see one of the most famous adult film stars in the world just hanging out in her natural environment. But for her in the real world, guys would be interested in her because she's done everything and she'd be down for anything. But because she's done so many scenes, she's become so desensitized to all of it that nothing gets her going. And the worst part is how open and honest she is about it, all at the age of 31. Even her friend thought it was a massive red flag. Brutal. And as much as Bobby tried to hold back and just go with the flow, eventually she said something that hit a nerve with him. You could tell here that he was actually serious. He wasn't joking.
Well, I'm personality based.
You're not.
Oh, but I am.
You're not.
I am.
Stop. I'll tell you why you're not. I'll tell you why. All right. I'm going to say this, okay? Personality based.
But you have to.
In what way? Do you have to be funny?
Yes.
I'm way funnier than the guys that any guy you've seen.
Okay, it's not.
I'm going to say this, right?
You have to.
What I'm saying is, I'm tired of hot chicks that go. I'm looking for somebody that has a sense of humor, right? But then I meet their boyfriends, and there's this handsome Henry Cavill-looking guy who's not funny at all. I'm just saying that's not what you're looking for. Because if you date Stavros.
See, again, that's the problem with these chicks. They're not made for podcasting. The last thing they should be doing is speaking into a microphone. Just listen to how Gabby responds when the conversation turns to her dating preferences.
How about you, Gab? What are you looking for?
I don't want to talk about what I'm looking for.
Why not?
I don't know. It's too complicated. I'm tired.
What do you mean? I revealed so much to you. You have to share. It's not fair, man. What are you looking for, man?
I don't know, just a normal person.
Oh man, you can tell Bobby was like, dude, this is your podcast. You can't say I don't know and decline to talk about stuff, especially after you are the one who started the whole conversation by asking Bobby what kind of girls he's into. And that's when the dynamic started to change. Bobby and Mia are both into gaming, so the conversation veered into that direction, but Gabby just wasn't interested at all and had nothing to contribute to the conversation apart from her whining and general negativity.
Personalization's my favorite.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I'm so addicted to Pal Worlds is you can like completely personalize your entire base.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that for the last 2 days.
It's fun.
Not only my base, but the other server that I'm playing with other people. I've been like going around and fixing their bases too.
You can't put on certain like things like a landing pad or whatever if you're like on a
For your base.
for my outpost. Yeah.
Yeah, and you want to maximize your space.
Maximize my space.
Yeah.
And also it's like you want the right like things like iron or whatever you were looking for, titanium or whatever.
You would love Pal Worlds.
Oh, really?
That's all I'm doing.
Yeah. So I like grinding in that way. So I need to have a game like that. It has to be like that. But Witcher 3, mind you, is still my top 5 of all time.
Yeah.
It's a great game.
I agree, but there isn't any personalization. It's very story-based. The thing that I love so much about that game is I love how beautiful the world is.
You love how beautiful an online world is, right?
It's actually not online. It's not multiplayer. But yes, it's a virtual
You have a problem
world.
with that? Gabby,
Look, I'm a very non-judgmental person. So
that was a very judgy thing that you just said.
So I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
No, I don't know. I want you to open your heart right now and tell me what the you mean.
I genuinely couldn't tell if you guys are talking about you want to be on a mountain but see a beach in the real world or online. You know, because we live in...
Stop. We're talking about video games.
Yeah, I know. That's why I zoned out.
No, it's not online.
My mouth shut.
In the game. No, but in...
And then you told me to open my heart, Bobby.
But in the... Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I apologize, okay? We're talking about these worlds in the games that we play.
I know.
Right?
That's why I was
right,
my mouth
right.
shut.
So it's like, if you're thinking that like I'm building an outpost in Malibu for real, right? Are you out of your mind right now? A landing pad? Why would I want a landing pad? I don't have a spacecraft.
I genuinely have been zoning out for the
Yeah, well, you got to listen. This is your podcast.
I have no idea what you guys are speaking a different language.
Yeah, okay. But it's...
So I was trying to be respectful.
See, here we go again with the red flags. Now, let me just say, I don't think she's that good looking, but obviously she's got a massive Instagram following, so she's generally accepted as being a 9 or a 10. But these kinds of girls justify their existence by virtue of their looks. So they'll happily sit there and spread their negativity, refuse to engage in conversation when, as Bobby said, it's your own podcast. And they justify it to themselves because they're pretty. It's like, why wouldn't you want me here? I'm pretty, so I'll just sit here and smile. Bro, it's a podcast. You have to talk. That's the whole point. And so Bobby tries to explain this to her without hurting her feelings by bringing up his recent appearance on JRE.
I did Rogan the other day, right? Joe Rogan? You have heard of him?
Okay, just quick flex. Go on.
Yeah.
Here we go.
No,
I don't want to plug myself.
No, I just did it. And it's like, there was an hour where he was talking about things that I didn't understand.
Yeah.
So I just pretend I know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Smile and nod.
Yeah, I just nod and go, oh, that's great, right? But that's not what you did. You went into your own mind and you went into that cloud right now.
Look, if we were on a date, I would pretend to listen to what you're saying.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's our podcast. So I just zoned out.
And the redistribution of wealth was insane.
Yeah.
The redistribution of wealth to big corporations
Like
and
Gates
companies.
profited bad.
Oh
big.
my God,
I mean,
so
yeah.
many people did. Billions of dollars
Yeah.
was moved.
Yeah. Well, it just stresses me out. You want to talk about the movie?
Yeah.
Can we talk about the movie I'm promoting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your movie, Bobby?
Oh, I'm barely in it.
And so the tension built up so much between Bobby and Gabby that he actually took it too far and he crossed a line. Just a quick trigger warning for any Australians watching, I'd honestly skip this next bit.
Because I care so much because I like to role play. So when I'm playing something, like I pretend that I'm in
Dude,
that
you and I are
world.
so alike.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're leaving Gabby out of stuff. So you want to talk about
No, I've actually
kangaroos or
smiling
boomerangs or
for the past 5
whatever they
minutes.
talk about?
I'm trying to train my face to like
Do you miss Crocodile Dundee
To react in a way that is acceptable.
or Steve Irwin?
No, I've just been smiling.
Yeah.
All right, Bobby, here's the thing, brother, and I know you're out there listening to this, deciding whether or not to have Carlos copyright strike this video. You can joke about koalas, kangaroos, boomerangs, Crocodile Dundee, drop bears, whatever. Go for your life. Everything's trying to kill you in Australia. Yep, very funny. Okay, have a field day. But don't you ever talk about Steve Irwin's memory like that again. That is completely off limits. Honestly, I'm done with this, man. That's a line you just do not cross with Aussies. And shame on Gabby Epstein for just laughing it off like that and not defending Steve Irwin's honor. You guys can keep her, man. She's not welcome here anymore. That's it. I'm done. Shout out to my regulars. I know you guys would never disrespect an Aussie hero like that, so I hope you'll back me up on this one. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Apologies to any Aussies out there who got triggered by those uncalled for comments. Let me know if you need to talk or anything like that in the comments below, and I'll do my best to reach out to you guys. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider jumping on board so you get all my uploads right there in your feed. That's it from me, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.
Okay, what's the problem?
I just said
that I'm too aggressive.
Listening. Just a little abrasive.
Abrasive. I see.
Not listening, but
I am listening. Oh, you want to talk about who's not listening? Oh no. I mean, you want to play that game right now?
You know what? When you guys started that conversation up, I made sure I smiled the whole time.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't feel it inside.
Yeah.
I was smiling on the outside, and that's the best you could possibly ask for.
Okay, but this is your show.